Hi guys, it's Kaz here, aka Cats and Camera, and this is my 2016 wrap up and a few goals for 2017. So this year is the first year I've properly done Goodreads. 2015, right at the end of the year, is when I first got myself a Goodreads account, so I didn't really count that as a reading challenge year. But in 2016 I challenged myself to read 50 books and I managed to read 80, so I definitely beat that goal. Also in 2016 it was the first year that I started reading comics, and of my 80 books that I read, 14 of them were graphic novels. I hope this year I read more because I really enjoy them. Also in 2016 I wrote down a few challenges. I know there's a lot of challenges going around that are set for you, but I just went around and picked a few off there. Well, I say a few, there was 31. Basically I just got a piece of lined paper and put a challenge in every one. There was 31 lines, so I ended up with 31 challenges and I managed to complete 29 of those, which I'm not too mad about the 2 that I didn't do. The only 2 that I didn't manage to get was a biography or autobiography, and I'm not really into them anyway, so I don't really mind that I didn't read any. And the only other one, this was so weird, because I picked this because I thought it'd be a really easy challenge that I could just go and scour the bookshelves and find loads and be able to pick one. But the challenge of a book with who, what, where, why or when in the title, I literally had no books on my shelf with any of them words in. I don't even know how that's possible, but that's the other one that I didn't manage to get. There was a load of random things on here. A classic book by a female author, a book published originally in a different language. So there was a lot of different challenges. So I'm quite pleased that I only didn't manage to hit 2 of them. Third and finally, I had a list of books, 25 books, that I said I want to read these this year, and I managed to read 19 of them. Again, I'm not too mad that I didn't finish this because I've bought a lot of books since then. And a lot of those ones I was more interested in reading them than the ones that were on the list, so I'm fine about that. 2 of them that were on the list were The Hunger Games and Catching Fire. I've not read the 3rd one yet. I finally read those in 2016. Yes, finally. And they were actually really good, so I'm glad the hype wasn't for nothing. I don't want to go into too much detail about what I did read, so I'll leave my link to my Goodreads in the down bar below, so if anybody's interested, you're probably not, but if you are, the link's down there. So on to 2017 goals. I set my Goodreads at 50 again. I feel like I definitely can hit that because I hit 80 this year, but I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I want to be reading for enjoyment, not because I need to hit so many books to reach my target. 50 is like a nice middle ground target. I know I'll hit it, but I don't want to push myself too hard and force myself to read things because then it's not enjoyable. Another thing that I'm doing again is the reading challenges. Again, I've not chosen one that somebody's made. I've just picked loads of random ideas and wrote them into a list for myself. And this time I've got 44. Again, I just filled the lined piece of paper and this paper had more lines on it. So, can you not? So last year all of the challenges were about the specific book, like what it looks like, how many pages it is, who it's written by, and so on and so forth. But on this list I've done a few that's not just the book. For instance, one of them is to participate in at least one readathon, which I definitely know I'm going to be able to do. I've got complete Goodreads challenge, so when I complete my Goodreads challenge I've also completed a challenge off my reading challenge, so I don't know, it's kind of like a little bonus. Like last year my reading challenge was only 31 and I read 80 books and I didn't manage to fill them all, so I've got 2 as wild cards this year just for books that don't fit in a category or fit in a category that I've already filled up with another book that I previously read. So hopefully I'll be able to hit all of these. I feel like they're all things that I would actually read rather than putting in a biography or an autobiography when I know I don't really like that sort of thing. I've not put in things that I feel like I won't want to read, if you know what I mean. Complete a series. I've got graphic novel as a superhero and read a graphic novel that's not a superhero. So there's a lot of different things in there. I don't very often go to my list and pick out a certain one that I want to read, like I want to complete this challenge, so I'll go to my bookcase. Normally I just read a book and then afterwards I'll go to my list and see if it fits in a category. So another goal of 2017 is to update regularly. I've gone about 2 months-ish not updating my YouTube, but I really want to get on that and do at least one video a week. At the moment I'm feeling Wednesday is a good time. Hopefully I'll stick to it. Also, I want to buy books that I want, and let me explain that. So at the moment I go into charity shops a lot, and if I read a book and it looks interesting, I'll buy it. It's only a couple of pounds. But I want to stop buying books that I don't know about necessarily for a few pounds. Maybe save them few pounds up and buy something that I know I 100% want. Because there's a lot of series, a lot of books that I know I want but I won't buy because I can't find them really cheap. And I feel it's kind of bad because I really want to read them, and I shouldn't feel like I can't get it because I'm tight with money. So I'm gonna hopefully cut down, not gonna stop, I know I'm not, but cut down on buying the random books and then save up, well not necessarily save up, but save them few pounds and buy one book that I definitely know I want to read. So one of the things in that is I want to get all of the volumes of Chew. I'm going to buy 1 or 2 every time I get paid, because I really like that series, and it took me so long to get the second one after I read the first one because I wanted to find it really cheap, because I got the first one for £2. This is what I'm talking about, by the way. Me just saying the word Chew probably doesn't mean anything to anybody. And yeah, I really want to get all of these, so I'm going to make it a mission to get at least a couple every time I get paid. Finally, for the channel as a whole, I don't want to feel like I have to only do videos about books. I know I definitely have a few ideas for videos with film recommendations in. I want to maybe do vlogs at festivals or something about music, so I don't want to feel like I can only do one sort of video. Yeah, I feel like that's everything at the moment. This video is probably a total mess because I have a few bullet points written down, but I have not thought about what I was going to say. But hopefully that this all makes sense. Yeah, here's looking forward to a really good 2017, a good reading year, and thanks for watching. Bye.